Hello and welcome to the Renaissance Alternative Music Festival online edition. My name's Andrew Hobbs from the K2K Rock Show.
Hey, this is Kai from Esprit D'Air. Esprit D'Air is my electro-metal solo project based in London. During the pandemic, I've been writing, producing, and recording music at home. I just released the cover of an ex-Japan song a few weeks ago, and in 3 weeks' time, I'll be releasing my new single, Nebulae, and it sounds like this. I just want to give a big thank you to ICE for organizing this amazing online festival. To all the viewers watching, I want you all to check out every single band on here, they're all f***ing amazing. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. So this is our latest original single, Leviathan. There was an amazing crew who worked very hard on the video. I'd like to give a shout out to the director Andy Miho for creating this amazing video. And here it is.
Up next, we got some speed thrash metal from Finland. These guys have an amazing live act, so you're really going to enjoy this. This is the Hirvi.
Yo, I'm Juha Virtanen from Finnish thrash metal band The Hirvi, here at my home, and yes, I do have a hangover. About staying active, well, Finland is not in total lockdown. The bars close at 10, there are no gigs, there is not like art galleries. We have one art gallery here of our own. This one is called the Bleeding Spiral. It is very modern, I cannot understand it. But basically what we do is pretty much the same shit we do all the time. We drink and we play thrash metal and we just like party like motherfuckers on speed, which we are. And of course, outdoor sports. Here's a short clip from our rehearsal yesterday. Hello Britain, we is here at the Hirvi training place. Here's our bass player, the new bass player. Hello. And here Johnny is trying to deal with the new mixing equipment. How are you doing, Johnny?
Well.
Oh well, and here is the drummer guy is banging on his drums like a maniac. He has some salsa in him because he's like from the salsa in your like sound.
Hello. No, fala merda.
He's a little bit louder, please.
Vai se fuder no cu.
We are trying to come up with a new album. It's called Chaos and Control. We have already recorded some of the guitars and the drums one time, but they went fucked up, so we have to do them all over again. We plan to tour some more when we get the chance to like explore the world again. Well, total world domination is not out of question. I think Jukka will roll the US. He looks like the Finnish Prime Minister anyways. Johnny, likely Northern Korea. Otto will take Russia and I will take China. Then we will just trust the fuck out of Earth. My plans for the very soon future will be to have sex with this woman here. To our friends working at the UK skiing, working at the Renaissance skiing, working at whatever skiing, we say stay strong, salute, and do not behave.
I'm Shaun, a creative visual artist based in Devon, and I put events on as well. I love music. Do photography, creative art, illustrations, and you can view that at midnightalchemy.co.uk. I put events on in London and wherever I can, but mainly I put an annual tea party on called Alice's Wicked Tea Party. That's held in Dorset each year. Obviously, because of Corona, we haven't been able to do that, but we have one hell of a party, be sure. So you want to come along and check us out when we can, after COVID restrictions have lifted. And well, that's it. And this is for Ice, for the Renaissance Festival online, and I'm wishing you all the best, Ice. And thank you for asking me to do this little thing. This is Lux, our wonderful pointer, adopted from Greece. He loves it out here. And that's my town out there, Ashburton. So anyway, have a good one.
Okay, these next guys are a grunge rock band from London. They released their debut album Liquid Air last year. This is Silverkord.
Hello, this is Will from the band Silverkord. Challenging, yes, very challenging. Well, it's been quite easy for me because I have my own studio, so I've basically been in here since March last year, or whenever the first lockdown was. I've been writing. I've written a new album for the band, and For the last 4 months, been doing the final versions, so all the tracking, guitars, bass, and now vocals. Drums have been done in Ravi's studio in his house, so quite a segregated affair. But as I said, it's been very busy, so very easy to keep creative. Current release would have been the album we released last year on Cindercore Music, which came out at the end of May 2020. Work in progress, like I said, it's this current album which I'm working on right now, which is shaping up to be a real fucking cracker. Finishing this record and then releasing it and hopefully touring as soon as possible. I hope you enjoy the video for Halcyon, which you guys are going to play. And yeah, have fun at the online Renaissance Festival. See you next time. Bye.
next up we got some gothic metal, originally from South Africa, now based in Nottingham. This is the Medea Project.
Hi, I'm Brett. I'm the guitarist, vocalist, bassist, sometimes keyboardist, and abuser of distortion in the Medea Project.
I'm Pauline, percussionist, drummer, backing vocals for the Medea Project.
Well, when lockdown hit, we moved everything out of our band room that we could into our living room. And we can at least jam and write and be creative at home. And it's been a really great experience in that regard because it's just been very impromptu and very free-flowing.
Yep, and keeping active, we punch the crap out of each other with boxing gloves.
Well, on the 20th of March 2020, that fateful day that the world shut down, we just happened to release our debut album, Sisyphus. We joked that it was a soundtrack for the apocalypse, but it doesn't seem like we were actually wrong. So yeah, we'd not been able to tour that or play it live, but we did manage to perform a portion of it in January for Metal for Africa.
Well, at the moment, we're pretty much just writing new material and doing stuff like this. And we are just waiting anxiously to actually just get back on stage and gig our album. Yeah, hang in there and headbanging will commence hopefully soon.
Okay, time next for some prog rock with kind of a science theme to it. These guys are amazing. You're really going to enjoy this. This is Hats Off Gentlemen, It's Adequate.
Hello everyone, it's Mark here from Hats Off Gentlemen, It's Adequate. I play bass mainly, and also on the albums I play a bit of keyboards, a bit of guitar, a bit of stick, and I also co-produce the albums along with my bandmate Malcolm Galloway. Malcolm, we did a couple of videos during lockdown one of which I think you're going to see now hopefully. But I've also been called upon to do some bits of bass and stick work for friends I have in other bands as well. Current album we have out, which came out at the start of last year, before this all kicked off, is that one there, Nostalgia for Infinity. And this time round, we're actually in the middle of recording album number 6. So we've managed to, the way we work anyway, we share files backwards and forwards, so we don't need to actually be in the same room as each other. We've managed to record most of the music for album number 6. Malcolm's doing some vocals at home, but we need to get together at some point when we're allowed to, and then track more vocals up and start mixing and producing. And so hopefully it'll be out towards the end of this year. We now have gigs coming up towards the end of the year, and we've got stuff penciled in for 2022 as well. So we will be getting back to gigging and seeing people in the flesh as quickly as we can. Thank you to everyone out there who is still supporting independent music and buying stuff, buying releases, buying albums and singles, and contributing to people's Patreons and supporting as artists as best they can, even when we can't physically go and see them. It's really important that kind of artists get to kind of still carry on and doing what they do. Obviously, with the closure of a lot of music venues, when that gets to the point where we can go back and start watching gigs again, I strongly urge everyone possible to sort of support their local venues and try and keep these places open. So thank you once again for watching. Thank you.
With a modified receiver. One more. Hidden in the grooves, hidden in the bootlegs, flooded with fakes, complex encryption, hard echo countdown delivery system, storm of numbers flooding my head, fatal permutations, sabotage, triple agents, sirens call, century rain. I'm dead in your world. Partner for Notre Dame, dinner on the Eiffel Tower, in your strange world. But something went wrong with the clouds tonight. Hidden in the grooves, hidden in the bootlegs, flooding the fakes, complex encryption, hard echo countdown, delivery system, stolen numbers flooding my head. Fake permutation, sabotage, triple agents, silence called century rain.
Comix band released their 5th album, Maximum Damage, last year, and they're celebrating their 10th anniversary. This is Das Fluff.
So we're Das Fluff, and we're really happy that ICE has invited us to be part of the Renaissance Festival. And we are very happy to have something to do during lockdown. Always a pleasure to work with you. Das Fluff. Enjoy the festival. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cause this could go on like forever. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Novelty has worn off. Doing nothing, it's tough. Doing nothing, it's wrong. It's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. The spruce, electricized dome. We calculate the risk of leaving the room. Every is the weight of limitless time. A vicious boy with no deadline, no freedom, no control, just waiting. Stuck on the fact that next to nothing's happening. While the dollar takes a dive, reevaluate what it means to be alive. But get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Right, next we are going to meet an artist who is best known for the Satanic Mojo comics and also the Satanic Flea market. This is Jason Atomic.
Greetings. My name's Jason Atomic and I would like to welcome you to my Sanctum Sanctorum. Over the last 10 years I've been working on a project entitled Satanic Mojo, which has spawned several spin-offs, including the Festival of Dark Arts, the Satanic Flea Market, the Battle Jacket Sewing Club, the Satanist Cartoonists, and of course, the jewel in our crown, Satanic Mojo Comix. Well, being locked down as an artist, I find rather easy, to be honest. I like nothing better than to sit here in my library reading books on witchcraft and demonology and counterculture and serial killers and conspiracy theories and all the wonderful stuff that inspires our Satanic Mojo comics. Satanic Mojo Comics issue 7 is currently in production. We're also working on a spin-off title called My Green Hell Runs Red, which features a Vietnam flashback of one of our main characters, Lester Starbeard, who gets up to some rather grisly and horrific stuff in the jungles of Vietnam. And also we have a new poster zine coming out, which is called Satanic Mojo's Magic Superman. This is a tribute to Sgt. Pepper's album cover and features a who's who of satanic and occult characters from history and pop culture. One downside of the pandemic has been, although I'm ideally suited to do my research and to draw my comics, it's made it somewhat challenging to get work in from artists around the world, and also to get the bloody thing printed and distributed. We're currently crawling towards the finish line, so do keep a lookout for Satanic Mojo Comics. Follow us on social media platforms, and we will keep you up to date with developments. Hail to thee and hail Satan.
Altamont, Vietnam, the Manson family. By 1969, the flower children were eating themselves. The dream of love had been cannibalized into hate. In 1968, sigil-imprinted blotters of Satanic Mojo black acid hit the scorched Californian streets. Its visions were so dark, so powerful, and so apocalyptically mind-bending, sending its users into mystical and sexual frenzy that it quickly gained notoriety with the emerging occult revivalists of Los Angeles and San Francisco. Was it a botched military recipe, or an evangelical underground chemist creation? Scores of users were hospitalized, their brains literally fried from the visions. Realizing its dark, deathly potential, the chemist hid the remaining 100-gallon drum, enough to trip out the entire planet, deep in the desert of Nevada's Death Valley. In AD 1972, it was discovered. Black acid.
How can you believe in Satan if you don't believe in God? She asked me. How can you believe in Satan if you don't believe in God? Well, I believe in neither. Not the horned one dancing about on cloven hooves amongst fire and brimstone, nor the old man sat on a cloud surrounded by angels. No. Satan, my sweet Satan, is a metaphor for rebellion. A symbol I use because it still holds power over the feeble minds of superstitious fools. Hail Hail Satan! Satan is the rebel, the outsider, the wild one. Satan is the teenager who rejects parental authority and strikes out alone to make their own mark on the world. The coming of the teenager signifies an awakening as humanity throws off the shackles that have bound it for too long. This is for the kids. Satanic Mojo is for the kids. And you know why they don't like you being called kids, don't you? It's because kids grow up to become goats. Goats who stray from the herd. Goats who fearlessly go clippity-clop over troll-infested bridges. Goats who on a moonlit night, on a craggy mountain peak, get their asses kissed at the Sabbath. Now is the time to separate the sheep from the goats. Now is the time to separate the boys from the men. Now is the time for the kids to man up. Man up and establish their own morality. Live by their own code of conduct. Not for fear of punishment, but through strength of conviction. Now is the time to leave the home provided by the parent substitutes of religion and politics, to man up for the new age, the age of Aquarius, the Aeon of Horus. We seek nothing less than the end of the world. The end of their world, that is, not ours. We seek nothing less than the end of the world. The total destruction of all political, economic and religious control systems. The end of the world. The end of borders. The end of restrictions. The end of money. The end of God. Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
These next guys are from Finland. They're an amazing live band, so we're really pleased to have them as part of this online festival. This is King Satan.
Hi, I'm King Satan. I'm a vocalist, lyricist and songwriter with the Finnish industrial metal band called King Satan. Well, actually, since there are no live shows at the moment, we've been much more active in composition-wise than before, because there has been so much of frustrated creative energy churning within ourselves and just finding a way out. And usually this sort of unbottled casting with a bombastic element has been a very good recipe for the bombastic live shows, but now there are no shows, so we channeled and filtered this energy into the making of music. Well, we are in the final stages of our third album now. It is actually first King Satan album, which is recorded with a real human drummer also on the record completely, and not only on the stage. It somewhat became much more massive and much more organic than we expected, and it sort of feels a second debut for the band. Well, we need to finish the album, of course, and I will need to direct one more music video, which will be actually in 2 weeks. For the video, I'm a big music video fan, so I really cannot imagine King Satan album without music videos. Then of course we need to negotiate with the record label about the release date. We really wanted to be out together with the touring, but nobody at the moment really have a very good idea when this will happen. So let's hope this pandemic shit will go away soon enough and we can open and it can be opened, refreshed, renewed, and shows can go on and so on. Fuck the rest, Satan is best.